We're now going to have our next speaker, Robin Norrison, who's online, hopefully. He's from Buchanan Computing, and he's going to tell us all about two tools, linemap and traffweb. And brilliant, we can see you, Robin.
Hello, good afternoon. So I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to discuss the stakeholder engagement tools we developed for the More project. And just recapping a little bit on what Paul said earlier, we're looking at three of the tools: traffweb, which is a map-based web application for public consultation; the street layout toolkit, which is a physical design tool for the collaborative design process, using a system of blocks, acetates, and scale plans; and then app, which is a road markings application for the digital representation and refinement of the designs. And where those fit into the process, for issue consultation, we're collecting issues on the current situation within the area of interest. We use traffweb for that. And then for design option creation, we use the street layout toolkit for the workshop, and then linemap to create a digital design. And then the design consultation, that's where we get feedback on the designs for the improvement of the area, and we use linemap and traffweb. So looking at traffweb in a little bit more detail. So stakeholders can use traffweb to record issues within the area of interest and also provide feedback on the designs that have been created. And designers can log into a secure area, view a dashboard of results on any feedback they received, and then download various reports as well. So this is a view of the issue consultation web application. We have the area of interest defined in the left-hand panel with a list of streets to allow you to navigate around the area. And then the two buttons highlighted allow you to either plot an issue on the map if you want to produce a location-based issue, or provide a general comment about the area. So either button will then produce a form where you can pick a category for your issue, the time of day that the issue is in effect, and then a description of the issue. So stakeholders can enter as many issues as they like, and then at the end, they provide some responder details, looking at their interest in the area, what they do, how they interact with the area, and the modes of transport that they're interested in. And then on the reporting side for the designers in the city, they can log in, view a dashboard of results of the various issues by category, and then also get a map of the issues, displaying anything location-based, and also download reports of the data, the survey data itself. So once we've gathered the issues and with other inputs, we then move on to use the street layout toolkit. So this is the physical design toolkit, and what it does is it enables stakeholders, such as residents and business owners, to collaborate in the design process at workshops. And stakeholders can try out different combinations of street design elements on scale plans, using coloured blocks and acetates. So looking at the components of the kit, so that would consist of a street plan of the area of interest at a fixed scale, 1 to 200, showing the road layout and existing buildings. Blocks representing different fixed length road use items, so parking bays, loading bays, bus stops, etc. Acetates representing longer or non-linear items such as bus and cycle lanes. A set of pens to mark points of details or possible changes in curb. And then a set of stickers to fix the design that's been created by the blocks. So this is a close-up shot of the components, the blocks. So in terms of process, the stakeholders would be invited to a design workshop, given a briefing on the current conditions, such as the existing traffic regulations and also what issues have been identified within the area, and then possibly divided into different groups. If it's a particularly large area of interest, different groups could concentrate on different sections of the area. And then looking at, this is a shot of the workshop in action. So also taken into consideration would be any fixed conditions and fixed space, so building lines. Some card lines may be fixed, some may be able to be moved. And areas that are prohibited, for instance, areas around junctions where you wouldn't want to put parking, etc. And so given this information, the stakeholders would then produce designs for the remaining space using the blocks and acetates. So once the group has reached an agreement, the design is then fixed using stickers and annotated. And from this point, we would then move on to linemap to produce a digital representation of this design. So linemap is a map-based road marking design tool based in the cloud. Designers can produce digital representations of the designs created during the workshops with the Street Layout Toolkit. And designs can either be displayed as the blocks, as we've already seen with the physical toolkit, or converted into accurate road markings. These digital designs can then be published to traffweb for consultation, and also the road markings themselves, they can be exported to Vism to add extra details and overlay for the modelling process. So here's a screenshot of linemap. On the left-hand side, we have an explorer containing a library of road markings. And then we've added to that a set of blocks, which basically mirror what you get with the physical toolkit. We have an interactive map where all the design creation takes place. And I'll be discussing that in the workshop next week. So here we have the block style view of the designs. And this can then be converted into accurate road markings. Once you have your road markings, you can then add further detail, such as direction arrows, road text, etc., to your design. So we have two different views of our design now in digital form, and these can be published then to traffweb for feedback on our new design. So this is a view of the blocks in the traffweb application. We have a legend down one side, and this produces a good high-level view of the design. Otherwise, looking at road markings at this scale, you wouldn't really be able to work out what was going on. And then if you zoom in, you can switch to the road markings design to get an idea of the detail on street. We then have a survey this time, which then takes you into a survey about how you feel about the design survey, and fill out various forms, and then again some details about your interest in the area. So again, you can access the dashboard, get feedback on this information, and then decide whether to refine the design. So you can go back to linemap, make changes and republish the design, and also whether to go ahead with the design and go forward. So thank you very much for listening. I'll be discussing these elements in more detail at the workshops next week.